Thank you for joining Cancer Support Community Atlanta for this program. Please visit our website, cscatlanta.org, for a complete list of live and recorded events. We invite you to sign up for our newsletter to stay connected to all future programs.
Thank you, Lauren. Hi, guys. I'm Mike. Welcome back. So today we're going to make two things. You're going to make two things. You're going to walk me through it. We are going to make a white chicken chili. I haven't made this in probably 10 years. So pulled this out of the archives. This is a recipe. Yeah, I had made this a long time ago. So I like it. It's good. Pretty simple. I didn't make it overly spicy. There's a couple things in the recipe here. So one thing I want you to note, that sour cream or plain Greek yogurt, that's optional, okay? And also are the green chilies. That's optional as well. We're gonna double up on the jalapenos today and put those in there. But remember, I can show you guys how to make them not so hot, but also get the good flavor of the jalapeno. Simple things: olive oil, cumin, coriander, little cayenne, some jalapenos that we're gonna seed, yellow onions, garlic cloves, chicken broth. We add a little grits in there just to help give it some body, right? A little bit of body. Cornmeal's fine too. And then the shredded cooked chicken. So you can cook your own chicken if you want to do that, or you can pick up a rotisserie chicken, pull all the meat, throw it in there, and you're good, okay? But if you did want to cook your own chicken, you would build all the things, put the broth, maybe add a little bit more broth, probably about a half a cup or so, right? Throw your chicken in there and let it simmer. I would suggest doing like a chicken thigh or something like that that can handle some cook time, right? And pull it out and shred it, put it back in. You're good to go. That's the only thing there. So nothing, I don't know, anything out of the ordinary there for you? Any questions on the chicken chili before we get knocking it out? It's delicious. I like it. It's really good. I forgot how much I liked it. But I think you'll enjoy it as well. Then we're going to make some corn muffins. Okay, so that's where we can get some controversies going about all the things, right? So this recipe, right, has all-purpose flour and yellow cornmeal. Actually, white cornmeal today. We are using a little bit of sugar, yes, just a little bit. We're going to use some baking powder, some salt, some butter, 2 eggs, some sweet corn, and some buttermilk. We're going to add some jalapenos because I made some. Those that you see up here, they do not have jalapenos in them. They just have corn in them. But I like them. Any questions on the cornbread muffins? Okay, we're gonna knock those out real quick first. Get those in the oven, get them cooking, and then we'll go ahead and crush that white bean chicken chili. Okay, sound good? Yep. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna follow the recipe, right? Always, yeah. We're gonna measure our things. Sorry, I'm all over the place today.
How many people would you say this recipe will serve?
So this is 12 muffins. This is 12 muffins. So we're gonna do 1 1/4 cups all-purpose flour, right? 1 1/4 cup. That's 1 1/4 cup. I'm just double checking to make sure. I measured that out earlier today. Just wanted to verify that. I forgot. Cornmeal, 1 cup of cornmeal. This is a white cornmeal, right? Yellow cornmeal is great. You can use that. Nothing? Yeah.
Is there any difference in fiber content?
That's a good question. Is there any difference in fiber content? I have no idea. Yeah, we can Google that though.
Okay.
I would say, I don't know. Probably the yellow cornmeal. I'm guessing that it's going to have some more things in it than the white cornmeal, but on a deep molecular sort of way, right? Things with color and nature typically have some more goodness to them than things that don't. But somebody look that up. Then we're gonna add, okay, so we're gonna add our dry ingredient. We're gonna whisk the cornmeal flour. Baking powder is 1 tablespoon. That's not 1 tablespoon in there. Okay, so there's that. So we're gonna whisk the cornmeal flour, baking powder, and salt, which they have similar fiber content. Okay, so there's our baking powder. So we're gonna whisk that together. Right? There you go. Okay, now we're going to take our eggs, right? All right, so we're going to, in a medium bowl, whisk the cold melted butter and sugar. So we're going to take melted butter, which we have. Would this be good with egg substitute? I'm following the instructions because there are things you have to do. So we're mixing the sugar and the butter, right? And we're going to add our eggs, 2 eggs. It's pretty easy when you have everything measured out, isn't it? There we go. Okay. So now we're gonna mix these 2 together. So we have our flour, our cornmeal, our sugar, our baking powder, our salt, our eggs, sweet corn we'll add in a minute. We have our buttermilk. We're gonna add some jalapenos. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix that in there. Yep, you don't want your butter too hot. You don't want your buttermilk too cold. It could cause you to get some chunky bits of things to form in there. So you kind of want everything nice and room temp, so everything goes together in a uniform way. It says whisk. I use a spatula, to be honest. It's just easier. The whisk, everything's going to clump up in your whisk. I don't know why I wrote that. My apologies. So mix it together. All right, looks great. I like when things look. We've made muffins before. We've made muffins a couple of times for those of you who've been around. I've commented before how I like it to look like cookie dough sometimes, right? Not too runny, not extremely thick, but that's when you know you're on to something. There's something good. Okay, so corn. We're going to add our corn. You can do without corn if you want. Who makes cornbread? Who makes cornbread? Yeah. Yeah.
I actually have fish in it, and it tastes like crab cake.
That's nice.
It was good. It was a couple years ago.
You hear that? Putting a little bit of fish, shrimp.
Yeah.
I could see that happening. Yeah.
I don't put any sugar in mine.
You don't put any sugar in yours.
Southern, I guess.
Based on that accent, I know. Yeah. I got you. That's fair. That's fair. I do put a little sugar. Yes. Born and raised in the North. Grew up on sweet cornbread like birthday cake, right? But since I've been down here, I really like cornbread. Just dry, even, not sweet cornbread. I do. That's how I make it at home, in a cast iron pan. Y'all make it in a cast iron pan? Yeah. Yeah. So with these jalapenos, we're gonna put 1 in there. How's that sound? I'll take my spoon. Can't see, I don't have my cameras working today, but I'll just take my spoon and scrape all that out, right? And that removes a lot of that heat, so you don't get that burning, unless you want that. I can add that in, because those are plain. So I just take my spoon right down through the rib of that jalapeno. seeds out of there. Okay. Okay. And then I'm going to dice it. Remember, holding a knife, thumb here, forefinger here. So we're going to hold a knife like that, and then we're going to wrap our 3 fingers that way. So when you hold your knife, it gives you better control. Use your claws there. You can chop, right? Instead of holding a knife like that, it gets wobbly on your cutting board. You do that, wrap your 3 fingers there. Now you have good control of your knife. I just make a couple cuts. Okay? And then we'll dice it up. We'll mince it. I think that is it for the cornbread. Super easy. Anybody do anything else? Anybody have cornbread stories they want to share? I'm looking at you. That's fun. I love that.
Cornbread pancakes, like pancake style.
Yeah, that's like they call that like a hoe cake, right? Yep. Yeah, those are good. Those are good. And there's recipes for that out there. Yes?
Say you used to work next to a bakery, and I could smell that cornbread coming out of that oven.
So good. So good.
Hot cornbread.
Love that. Well, hopefully, I don't know if this oven will give you the same vibe. Okay. So I just use a ice cream scooper, right? Scoop it up. At work. We're recording, aren't we? Yeah. They're called tulip liners. You can probably look them up on, I'm sure Amazon has them. They're tulip liners. They're nice because they can take a lot of rise. Keep the pan clean, exactly. We love that.
So the old-fashioned, now maybe the accordion, paper cups that used to go, this is better. Yes? Or an alternative?
I mean, no, not really. I shouldn't say it's better. It looks cool. It's definitely cleaner, right? In case you spill over, it's not going to spill over, right? And dirty up your muffin tin, which we don't like, right? Then we have to clean. All right. That was a perfect dozen. Good job. So look at the recipe. It says I think it says 425, right? For like a couple minutes. I don't know. Based on your oven, you decide if you want to turn it down. This oven, I baked the first batch the whole way at 425, just because I don't know, it doesn't do well with lower heat. So we're gonna go in. We'll set it for 15 minutes. Okay, there we go. White chicken chili. So, looking at this, we're going to start with heat oil in Dutch oven over, no, it's misspelled oven. So we're going to take our oil in there. This is a Dutch oven. This is not. We're going to add our spices. Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to add our cumin, coriander, and cayenne, because we like to bloom them out, make them smell really good and taste really good. Medium heat at this point, right? Coriander and a little cayenne. Okay. Yeah, so the whole spices, if they're whole, I would toast them, right? So no oil. Ground, I like to put them in some oil. Kind of helps them along their way. All right. Yeah, good question. You could toast them dry in the oven too, but yeah. So you can smell that. That's nice. Add jalapeno. So you're probably at your house, want a medium heat right there. We're gonna go back with this jalapeno. You made the turkey? Okay, 2 turkey burgers. Thank you. All right, jalapenos are in there with the spices. We're gonna go ahead and add the onions and garlic. So onion, remember, we're gonna take that off, right? The little, now it's gonna stand flat. Right? So now the onion is at a spot where we can work with it. It's not all wobbling around. Now we have this root right here. I'm going to split that root in half, right? Right down the middle. Right? Now I have that. Now I can work with something. Now I'm going to take the skin off.
Does it matter what end you cut off? Doesn't matter, does it?
I like to leave the root intact because the root is going to hold everything together as we start dicing into this thing. I'm going to show you in a second. Smells good, it does. Okay. Some people leave all that skin off here too to help hold on to it. Yeah, you smell the cumin and coriander. Okay, so now I have the onion, it's clean. I have half of that root. So knife, finger, remember? Roll it. So what I'd like to do, palm like this, I'm going to make a cut almost all the way through 3 times. Right? But not all the way through. This root's holding everything together. Now, this onion has lines in it. Right? So I take my knife and I follow those lines. Not every single one of them, but, and I'm, again, not going all the way through the onion. Now I have that. Now, I'm going to go this way. Now it dices, right? You have these little pieces.
That little stem kind of hold it together there.
Uh-huh. The little stem is holding it together. Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah. Helps you. Now, what about crying? I can feel my eyes watering up. The best thing to keep you from crying is a very sharp knife. Yeah, if you have a really sharp knife, you're most likely not going to cry. Okay. We need to do a knife sharpening class, I think. Yeah, so there's different things. I'm going to keep rolling as I'm talking. Remember 3 palm here. Okay, 3 cuts like that, and then the lines. So a knife like this is heavy duty. You need a stone or an electric. Electric sharpeners are cool. I don't own one, but we use them at work sometimes. They work well, especially for these things that are heavy duty metal, steel. Stones are good. Steels are good. I don't know if I have a steel here. I don't think so. Okay, let me turn this up. Let me see if I have a steel. I'll have to bring. Oh, I do. There's a steel, right? So you're sharpening a knife. Let's stir this in real quick. Let's get the garlic going first. So I'm gonna crush my garlic. That. Okay. We're just gonna dice that up real quick. This pot is really thin, so the heat transfer is really fast. Something like that takes a little bit more time, or a cast iron, takes a little more time. I forgot about this. Okay, onions are cooking, and then we're gonna add our chicken broth, which is right here. I'll let that cook just another minute or 2. Y'all like chili? Yeah. White chicken chili? Anybody ever have it? Yeah. Cool. Okay. That is not homemade chicken broth. No, it is not.
Because it had something on the top. It seemed like, was that like a little fat? On
Oh, probably a little fat, yeah. Yeah.
Would you prefer stock over
I prefer stock all the time if you can make it, right? So if you have you guys make stock, like chicken bones, full on chicken stock? That's a lot of fun. That was my job. I worked at the Ritz-Carlton a long time ago, and I was a saucier. So we would get in like 120 pounds of nothing but chicken bones, right? So I would either roast them to make a brown chicken stock or just cook them and have a chicken stock, right? So, all the bones, rinse, put in a big giant kettle, carrots, celery, onions, all the aromatics, bay leaves, peppercorns, all that stuff. Let it simmer, 2 hours or so. Strain it. Oh, you mean the store-bought bone broth? I've never purchased that. I don't know. I've seen a lot of it now.
Kettle and fire is pretty tasty, but I've tried several, but
Any difference between that and the regular broths? Yeah.
There's herbier. I don't know how to describe it, but do not buy Costco's.
Okay. Sorry, Costco.
You can't buy stuff in the grocery stores like you used to. You used to be able to buy like
Bones. Yeah, there you go. See, that's another thing. Times have changed. You can't just buy bones. So I know Publix has a bone broth in the refrigerator section. I've seen that, like in a white container. I don't know. I've never purchased them. So I'm not sure. I mean, I know about bone broth. Yes, I love bone broth, like making my own. There's not a difference between that and stock, right? It's the same.
Well, I was
Maybe a.
on a Zoom call from the CSC, one of the dietitians or
Uh-huh.
that bone broth would be good to sip on to up your protein intake.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah, so I was just having it by itself. I haven't used it officially.
Yeah. I mean, bone broth is great for sipping like a tea. If you heat it up and just drink it. Bone broth is amazing, like chicken, beef, even veggie broth. Those are good for just drinking. I like that. Mushrooms, like save your mushroom stems, make like a tea out of them. Shiitake mushrooms and things like that. Any dried mushroom, you can just pour hot water over top of it, let it sit for a while, strain it into your cup. It is delicious. I love that. That's really good. Okay, knife. Who wants to see a knife sharp? Yeah. Okay, so a steel. Yeah, so there's electric knife sharpeners, right? That you put into a thing. I thought we had another knife sharpener thing here, like a handheld thing that has a little V in it, right? With the stone in it. Maybe it's not here. I thought I saw one here.
the meat cutter for 30 years. The meat cutter for 30 years.
Yeah, so then you have electric, you have the handheld, you have the stones, right? People use the stones. Sometimes if your knife's really far gone, you want to put it on a stone first. I can maybe try to remember to bring one, and you work it over your stone, right? Maybe a little bit of oil, right? Sharpen it like that. Then you have your steel, right? You just want to do something like that. What's that?
You need to use the stone before you put it.
If it's far gone, I don't think this thing would bring this thing back to life. If it's really far gone, it would take some time. These things are good. They're good for like day to day. Like once you have it sharp, and you're using this, it's good to keep. It's managing your knife day to day. There's a diamond steel. Diamond steel is really good, so that'll get you a really fine edge, right? That's what you want. So if your knife's already sharp and you're just using it every day, the steel is good, right? That's what we do in the kitchens. We use our steels every day. I'm still a little bit of an angle. Yeah, you're still trying to follow that degree, right, that you need. But you want to hit the whole thing from base to the tip, right? But again, if this thing's shot, you need to get it either in an electric. You got to put a new edge on it, right? You need a stone, and you're gonna have to work it for a while. These knives are good, right? They're good, but they're so thick, right? And if you don't keep it sharp, it's hard to get it sharp again. Is my like I don't. Like I have one knife at home. It's a Japanese knife. It's super expensive. It was gifted to me, and I rarely ever use it. It's just a pain in the butt to get it sharp and keep it sharp. But I have my friend turned me on to these things called kiwi knives. Kiwi knives. Yeah, you can find them almost any Asian store. Super cheap, but man, they're like razors. They're a razor. Look them up on Amazon. You know, you can get like a 2-pack for like $12. Yeah,
You recommended that at the last class.
I did.
I bought one.
Yeah,
On Amazon.
yeah,
So I haven't used it
yeah.
yet, but I remember you said it was super cheap. I think it was under $20.
They're cheap. They're easy to keep sharp too, right? They're not. They're just super thin. It's not a good quality blade, but if you want something sharp all the time, it's unless you're really showing off your knife collection. But I like them. I think they're really good. I enjoy using them. They're fun to use. They're super light too. Like this knife is really heavy, right? So if you're even if you're a chef, you're working all day with a knife. You're chopping. You're getting your callus on your fingers. You know those little kiwi knives are. I wish I had them back when I was using a knife every day. But yeah, they're super great. I really like them. Yep. The kiwi? Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Now they're super small too. Now they're probably only. I don't know. I think they make bigger ones. They have big ones. Yeah, I use the ones that are the blades. I'll bring it next time. I promise. Just a little tiny wooden handle, and the blade's probably only about I don't know. Yeah. So I'm sure they do. I have like a little cleaver one, and then another chef-like knife one. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, if I break the tip or I bend the tip, I'm not like heartbroken. That like if I drop that, a good knife, you're a couple $100 for a really good knife. But anyway, that's a little bit about that. Again, easy to sharpen, things of that nature. We're gonna add some grits here, get these cooking. The grits are gonna help thicken this thing up a little bit. These are quick grits, super fast. So they're just going to cook like grits and do their thing. Okay, so then all we have to do is add our chicken. Yeah, so we did the oil, we did the spices, jalapenos cooked, onions, garlic, chicken broth, mix in the grits, simmer that, finish with beans. I threw the beans in already, chilies and chicken. If you want, simmer for 10 to 15 minutes. Cornbread is nice, done. My timer never went off. Yeah, those look good. Y'all did something. There you go. Those have jalapenos in them. So, good. Okay. I have some limes here too for people that want limes. Okay. Questions on things that you made today? Nothing. Go ahead. Yeah. Uh-huh. 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 I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, right? It's just a more roasty kind of chicken broth, So it's more like roasted chicken broth. We call that chicken like a jus, You can build a sauce out of that if you really wanted to, like break it all down, the chicken in a pan like a Dutch oven, right? A little oil, roast it more with garlic and onions. You could add just a touch of flour in there too. Cook that, and then your water just to cover it. Maybe some aromatic bay leaf and stuff like that. You can make a quick little sauce out of that. But yeah, I don't know. Not a lot of people make chicken stock, I don't think. But it's fun if you do, if you have it. And Yeah, I mean, raw is gonna be, you're gonna get more flavor out of a raw bone. I don't know. Like if you go to the grocery store, can you ask for chicken bones? Do they even have? I don't think they do much fat. Like grocery stores don't fabricate stuff too much.
Chicken feet or not, I don't.
The chicken feet, so okay, chicken feet are good. Like I make chicken. Let's talk. That's a good point. Let's talk about that. So, I make a chicken broth at work, right? And we use chicken feet. Yeah, we do.
I seen it at Costco. I saw
Yeah,
it was chicken feet.
yeah. So there's a lot of good gelatin. There's a lot of good nutrients in there, man. It's gonna really fortify your broth.
At regular grocery stores,
Hmm.
cook up,
Yeah.
tastes good.
We strain them all out, right? But it's yeah, it's we put that in our chicken stock. We put seaweed like a kombu. Put that in there. There's a lot of good minerals in there and things of that nature. So anyway, I'm gonna slice these 2 jalapenos up in case somebody wants a.
That's the only time I cut myself with bones.
Oh,
I was cutting with a saw.
oh, you're a butcher.
Yeah.
Oh,
The butchers were like,
why am I talking? There's a butcher here. Tell us all about it.
that was the only time I cut myself with them damn bones. You try to cut them and they're round, and they
Mhm.
snap on you. They go, bam.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Back to the Ritz Carlton. I was a saucier, but when we had a butcher, and you don't see that too often anymore. Like people don't hire butchers really. Everything comes pre-cut, right? But when he would go on vacation, I'd have to take over in the butcher shop. I wasn't a fan of it. It's a lot of work. We would break, like he said, like on the bandsaws and stuff like that. It's a lot of makes you nervous.
You used to be able to ask for a soup bone. I remember that from childhood. But I think this gentleman said, and you too, that you can't get that anymore, right? Or
I see soup bones. I see soup bones sometimes.
can get those?
Yeah, I see them in the store, but again, I don't think grocery stores do much fabrication anymore.
And they used to have to order from big box.
Yeah,
Unless you got them out of the round. Maybe wasn't that much round.
right. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to add the chicken to this. I have some limes and jalapenos. We have the cornbread muffin. We have those. Okay. Smells good. To taste that. What else? Try to come for Thanksgiving. We're going to do a Thanksgiving demo like we always do. Kip will be here too. I don't know what we're going to make. We're working on that. The 12th? Is it the 12th?
I think it's the 14th.
13th.
13th? What day is that?
Thursday. Okay. Just gonna try this. So there's not enough in here to really for that to happen. So it's not gonna be like it is at your house when you're making grits. Good question though. Sugar? Okay. So, and you would just let this simmer. I mean, this one's nice. That one's nice too. Okay. So, you made some things today. You made white chicken chili. You're going to go home and make that. It's mandatory. Make cornbread muffins with and without jalapenos. These, no jalapenos. These, jalapenos. Any other final questions or thoughts?
Did you put in the sour cream?
I did not. I mentioned earlier that that was optional. Yeah, you can do that if you like.
Does this freeze the chili?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yep. It does. It'll freeze well. Go ahead.
Can you use mushrooms as a substitute?
In the chili?
Yes,
For the chicken.
for the chicken.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, so if you're, so maybe you're vegan, right? You're on a plant-based diet. You could use mushrooms in there. People like jackfruit, maybe in there.
I use some portobellos.
Some what?
Portobellos.
Oh,
Lion's mane.
portobello's, lion's mane, shiitakes would be good in there. It's going to take on a whole different sort of
Yes, flavor.
vibe and flavor. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing.
Strong flavor.
Mushrooms have very strong flavor. Yeah, the portobellos aren't super strong, but like shiitakes for sure. Yeah, you would know they're in there. Yeah, but that's not a problem. Jackfruit would be good too if you want to do that. It's pretty mild. What else? Anything else?
Could you use ground chicken, ground turkey?
Could you? Yep, sure could. Yep, just like a regular chili, you want to use ground chicken, ground turkey. Go ahead and do that. So with that, you're gonna put that in before the broth, right? So you're gonna want to do. So this adds the broth. What I would do for that is I'd heat the oil, add the spices, add the onions and garlic. After that's cooked for a minute or two, then I would add my ground meat, my turkey or my ground chicken. Yeah, I would add it then, cook that, and then add the broth on top of that. It's gonna go really fast. Yeah. All right. You hungry? Yeah. Okay. Good job. Good job.
Thank you for joining Cancer Support Community Atlanta for this program. If you're interested in other live or recorded programs, please visit the online program tab of our website, cscatlanta.org, or follow us on Facebook. We'll be sharing additional information on upcoming programs.